Hello, welcome back to my channel and welcome to another plan with me. If you missed my goals video and vlog from last month, I am currently planning on my phone, very much a flashback to when I first started my YouTube channel. However, phone cameras have drastically improved since I filmed on my phone 6+ years ago. However, I'm still trying to figure out not being able to see the screen while I'm filming a plan with me. So we're gonna see how this goes. But I am excited to get this week all planned out. It is actually Saturday. I don't typically plan on Saturdays. There was actually a handful of work things I didn't quite finish during the week. And I typically like to wait and plan the next week until I am absolutely certain that I am done with work. That way I don't make a plan that either has me doing stuff over the weekend and I don't get to it, or vice versa. Although let's be honest, it really hardly ever happens, vice versa. Anyways, my mom had my daughter last night because we had show tickets. And so this morning I was able to get a little bit of work done, and I'm going to get this plan with me done before we are back on parent duty. So I'm excited to plan out this week. I am going to do something a little bit different though. I brought last week's version so you could kind of see, in case you haven't watched one of my plan with me videos before, the way that I typically have done it in the past is the boxes are things that are timed. That's not going to change. And then I've just put my personal to-dos at the top and my work to-dos in the middle, and like that's it. And I haven't kind of put them towards hours. Well, it kind of defeats the whole purpose of having an hourly weekly layout. So I am going to try something a little bit different. And I set it up in my Google Cal first to play around with it. And now I'm going to actually put it down on paper. I understand that that might seem redundant, but the Google Cal planning allows me to move things around and adjust times, etc. And then putting it down on paper, A, solidifies it into my brain. Not that I'm going to remember everything, but it helps me remember better. And B, then I can rip this off and hang it up. That way I can look at it throughout the week without having to be on some sort of technology. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to do is put AM routine back in my planner. And originally I had this here because it was the actual time that I was doing it. And then my AM routine was not at a consistent time because I had a child who was not always waking up or sleeping at a consistent time. Also, I'm going to use the same colors I used last week. I just really love the pink orange combo. Anyway, so I took AM routine off my weekly plan because it just seemed silly because it wasn't at the same time. Well, I'm not going to draw this line all the way to the end of the week, but Monday through Friday, my goal is to get up at 6 and start my AM routine. It makes most days, it allows me to have a little bit of time before my daughter wakes up and get some things done before she wakes up. It doesn't mean that I'm finished with it then. In fact, a couple of weeks before this video goes live, I will have done one of my live chats on my YouTube channel. If you don't know that, I go live every Wednesday at 1 p.m. and there's always a topic. And there's a topic from the first week of August where I talked about my routines. And so my morning routine, which I will share in that video, I haven't done it yet as of the time I'm filming this. So I'm kind of trying to talk about it, knowing what I am going to talk about. I'm going to share my actual routine. My AM routine actually lasts hours. This is just me telling myself that I'm going to kick it off at 6 a.m. The other piece of my morning routine is that I am trying to get one work thing done before she wakes up also. That really is more like 6:30, not 6:20, depending on how long it takes me to like get out of bed, make coffee, take my vitamins, go to the bathroom, etc. But I am going to put it here at 7 because I didn't necessarily leave space and I'm not going to rewrite that. But really, I didn't mean to put that on Friday. Should we start over? Oh, that's going to bother me so much because I'm trying not to work on Fridays. Like that's the goal. Okay. Sorry, we're going to do this. And this may seem like a waste, but this is mine. And I made these and I paid for them. So I'm going to do this, which does allow me to do exactly what I just said and put my AM routine just from 6 to 6:30. This is what I get for talking and planning at the same time. When I do that, y'all, I mess up all the time. Or I'm rushing it, and so I write fast. I'm going to do it this way this time. I write fast, and it's just like, it's not as pretty. Okay, I had to do that in silence so that I could concentrate, and it's still not like perfectly straight. Okay. Anyway, so what was I saying? I am going to try to do one work task from 6:30 to 7, Monday through Thursday, not every day. So I was trying to decide if I'm going to write in first or do all the dots, but I think I'm going to go ahead and write in. So Monday morning, it's going through the feedback on the planner survey for next year's planner. Tuesday, actually there's 2, but I'm just gonna do it like this. And then Wednesday is actually working on the planner for 2025. I can't believe I just said that. And Thursday is special projects for the podcast. So those are the things. If I get up when I'm supposed to get up and she sleeps when she normally sleeps too, I will get to those in the morning before she wakes up. Then while she is awake, there's going to be a handful of personal things that I will get done in the morning. Each one kind of has a different number of things, which is kind of funny. So I'm going to do those starting at 8. This timing is not necessarily exact. I'm mad at myself that that little dot is not full. But anyway, all of these things also don't take a half hour. So I'm putting little dots that they're going to take a half hour, and they definitely do not. But that is going to be the personal things that I would like to get done while she is awake in the mornings. And a lot of these are built into my morning routine, which again, I will have shown you in that live. So first off is getting a workout in, all of those. We'll get to Friday in a second. I'm going to start with Monday through Thursday, which I'm treating as my work week. And then the other personal things are like my weekly or monthly tasks. So Monday, it's changing our sheets, watering the plants, and then the money email that I send to my husband summarizing our spending from the prior month is always the first Monday of the month. Tuesday is running the Roomba, which truthfully, I don't start the Roomba until she goes down for her nap, but I'm putting it in this section. And then same thing. Wednesday's thing is swapping my makeup stuff, brushes and like makeup sponge. And that doesn't happen until I get ready, which is when she goes down for her nap. But again, I'm putting it in this section. Thursday is cleaning her room. Again, running the Roomba, and then cleaning the floors after I run the Roomba. All right, so then the next thing I'm gonna do is, and I'm kind of doing this in chunks as opposed to by day, for at least for the work week. Again, this is the first time I'm kind of planning it like this. So then is the work stuff that I'm gonna get done during, actually now we are gonna go day by day. I'm looking at my Google Cal. Okay, so Monday, I am planning to work during her first nap and during her middle, it's called typically a wake window if you don't have a child or you haven't heard that phrase used recently. But that's like, she has 3 wake windows, like her morning wake window, morning nap, middle wake window, afternoon nap, and then evening wake window. So this is all before she wakes up. This is her morning wake window. Then on Mondays, I'm going to work during her first nap, the morning wake window, and her second nap, because my mom will be able to help me. So there's 4 things that I need to do Monday, and they, again, will go all the way through her second nap, but I'm not gonna write them that way because I don't necessarily have breaks in that, if that makes sense. I don't know if I'm explaining this well. It makes sense in my head, and you'll see on other days when it actually makes a difference. So communication routine, the weekend recap, editing the pod, and then finishing up some content stuff that I didn't finish this week. That's it for Monday until, oh, y'all, I just realized I put AM routine all the way through the weekend, and that was also not the plan. Oh, well, that's not that big of a deal. That will bother me less than having that little pink dot on Friday. And then that's it for Monday. So this will be through her second nap. Then when she wakes up, the evening time, unless we have something scheduled, is just family time, dinner, relaxing, hanging out, etc. with my husband when he gets done with work. And then my PM routine, I'm going to draw at 8 because that is the goal. The goal is to do it as soon as she goes to bed, and that's the goal. But I don't necessarily want to do it all the way through the weekend. No, I don't. I don't want to do it all the way through the weekend. So I'm just going to do this through Thursday. That's my PM. I did not even write the word routine. Y'all, I am very distracted clearly while I am working on this, but it is what it is. All right, Tuesday. Okay, so Tuesday, kind of the same thing where I don't necessarily have a break between her morning nap and like the middle wake window because my mom will be watching her. And there are still 4 things that I want to get to. We have my communication routine, which is basically every day that I work. Prepping the pod, prepping for the coaching call, and then working on the sales page for the planner. And then something new that I am trying in August is I find that I lose energy as we go throughout the day, but also as we go throughout the week. So I am trying to load stuff up earlier in the week and then have less stuff as we get later in the week. And so Mondays, my plan is to work nap time, wake window, nap time. Tuesdays, my plan is to work nap time, wake window. But then her second nap, I'm going to try to do a household thing. So that is going to be dust. I'm struggling to make these circles with the orange. And then just rest. Like once I get my one thing done during her nap, then I just get to rest the rest of the week. That's the goal. And then the goal is actually by Friday to just rest completely while she naps, but we're going to see how that goes. Okay. Wednesday, during her first nap, I don't have anything because that's when I get ready for the live. I will prep the live before it, but that does not take all that much time. So, I didn't finish Tuesday. Sorry, y'all. We have the coaching call on Tuesday night from 6 to 7. And then I got to get the replay up. I'm going to go ahead while I have the dot side. I'm going to do the prep. And then after the live, which is just a continuation of this wake window while my mom will be here helping. So we have prep. Sometimes I feel like when I film these, I'm saying words and you are like, what are you even talking about? I definitely did an extra dot that I don't need here. So we're just going to put a smiley face. Y'all, I am all over the place. Okay, then Wednesday's afternoon nap, my one household thing is to clean the bathrooms. And then if I finish that and she's still asleep, then I get to just rest. All right, Thursday, during her morning nap, I have only 2 things that I need to do that typically wouldn't take me as long as it would that she would be napping, but I'm gonna use that as buffer time. So basically it's my communication routine and then plan, which when I'm not filming does not take me that long. This video is already longer than it would take me if I was just doing this on my own. And then just buffer time to hopefully wrap up. The goal would be when she wakes up from that first nap on Thursday, I am done with work for the week. And then her afternoon nap, I put the bow on being done for the week by cleaning my desk. Thursday evening, I am going to record with my sister. The time, I got orange all over this. The time that we record kind of varies. It depends on when she gets done with work, what other plans we have going on, whether we wait for Lila to fall asleep or whether Sam just watches her while we record. I would bet, I probably could have put this later, that because my sister's about to leave for a trip, we're going to hang out with Lila and we'll record after she goes to bed, which is fine. Okay. That is Thursday. Friday, the goal, no more pink. Goodbye, pink. No more work for the rest of the week. So Friday, I have, in this same category, I have 4 things that I want to do. If I wake up on time, I could do them there. Otherwise, my plan is to use this time spot to read. We're going to see how that goes. So I'm also going to put workout. I've said this before. I plan working out 3 or 5 days. My goal is to hit 3 or 4 because it doesn't always happen. And then we have Charlie's nails, Charlie brush, Charlie's the cat, in case you didn't know. And then one of my monthly routines, which is to deep clean the humidifier. And then that's it in terms of plans on Friday during the day. I just want to hang out with my girl, do whatever we need to do. Maybe there's other household stuff. Who knows? We'll see. Maybe I'll rest. Maybe I'll do goals during her naps. That's actually one thing. I'm doing this plan with me, but I have not planned out my goals for August yet. Like, I'll show you my August goals. Like, they're not scheduled. So I could do that other times. All right. Friday night, I'm going to the movies with my mom and sister to go see It Ends With Us, which was the Colleen Hoover book. We all read it. And now we're excited to go to the movies. Saturday, Sam and Lila and I are going to dinner with a couple who we know from New York that is in town visiting. So that is on a Saturday. I don't actually know that we have set time or location yet, but I'm putting 5 because as a mom to an 11-month-old, by the time this video goes up, she will be 1. That is bananas. Early dinner is always the goal. And then on Sunday, I have a nail appointment at 11, and that's it. I think I mentioned this in my goals video. Our August is pretty chill and I want to keep it that way. So those are my plans for the week. It may not look that different to you than like what I've done before, but in my head, it's a lot different and I'm excited about that setup. Okay, before we get down to some of the other steps when I plan my week that you've seen me do before, here is another step that I'm doing differently in August than what I've done in the past. And that is planning out my workouts on a weekly basis instead of the entire month. So I get this workout calendar planner from a Facebook group called Hardcore on the Floor. And what I've done in the past is I've gone through and highlighted all my goal workouts for the month, the whole month in advance. And then as soon as something changes or whatever, then I don't even want to look at this anymore because I've already messed it up, which is silly. And I could just print a new one and whatever. But what I'm trying instead is planning each week as it comes. So when I downloaded it and printed it out last week, I just planned out, I actually did this Thursday and Friday. And so I'm going to make a plan. Again, not that I'm going to do all of them the entire week, but I'm going to make a plan for just the week. So Monday, I know that I'm going to be staying up late watching the House of the Dragon season finale Sunday night. So Monday, I'm going to set a goal just to do this 10-minute one. And that's it. Tuesday, I'm going to push myself and set a goal to do 20-minute workout. Wednesday, I'm actually going to set a goal to do a ride on the bike. I have not been doing that. I've just been focusing on and walking and strength training, and I want to get back on the bike. And then Thursday, my goal is going to be to do, I'm trying to decide over here. I think I'm just going to do this 10-minute arms and shoulders. And then on Friday, this is going to be my goal to do this one. So that is my workout plan for the week. All right, next up is my time tracking sheet. So you saw all the work tasks that I planned for the week based on the day where they fall in my week, but I also like to track my time by task. This not only allows me to better plan in the future, but really it holds me accountable. Like being able to write down how much time I spend working really holds me accountable. So I created this myself. I know there was a comment recently where someone asked if they could purchase it. No, this is not for sale. It is very much inspired by Sarah Cannon's HB90 time tracker sheet, but then obviously I adjusted it to be what I need specifically, but it is definitely inspired by her. I just made it in Excel, so hopefully if you need something very much like this, you can recreate that yourself. So the colors go with the goals. Pink are my recurring tasks for the business. So these are all the content things. That is not what I meant to write, but that's fine. I meant to write newsletter and then Instagram, and then the yellow, or the orange rather, is let me say that again, Amanda. Then the orange is the podcast. And so I just split that up between weekly, like the things related to the podcast that happen every single week, and then the special projects that I'm working on for the podcast, its own. And then the blue is the planner. You saw there were a handful of things that I did for the week. One is the feedback, one is the sales page, and one is actually working on the planner, getting all the new dates in there and all that stuff. And then I always have a section for miscellaneous, whether it's responding to an extra long email or just like, who knows, random things that I end up adding. Okay, so I've kind of rearranged this. I can't remember if I changed this since I filmed a plan with me, but I originally had the estimate over here and then the actual over here. I like seeing the actual and the estimate next to each other. So I moved the estimate over here. The other thing I realized, this is important to this section down here. Oh, I don't have it anymore. So I don't have my estimate by day anymore. But what I will tell you, one of the things I realized, in addition to loading earlier in the week and taking more time, one of the things I tried in July was also to have 2 days off per week instead of just one. Saturday and Sunday, but 2 weekdays off. That's too much for me. I would rather not cram like that. And I would rather work 4 days and work less per day is what I learned. So my goal is to not have Fridays. The column is here just in case, but I don't want to have to use Fridays. Today I'm using Saturday, which I'm going to just put in the Friday column. Anyway, but the estimates for each one are, we've got 4 here, 3, 1, 1, 1, 4, 2, 2, 4, 2. I feel like that episode of Friends. And then I actually plan 0 for miscellaneous because I always end up overestimating something up here. And so if that's has to be higher than 0, has to be higher than 0. But that is the total. And so I no longer on my tracker have a place for estimating the amount per day because honestly, it doesn't really matter, like in the grand scheme of time tracking. All right, and then the last step would be my Kanban board, but I actually already did that when I set up August. I just also kind of go ahead and set up that first week. So that is already done. And that is gonna be it for this weekly plan with me. Just like I did last month, the next video after this will be a daily plan with me where you will be able to see how this weekly plan pans out over the course of the entire week. I'm gonna plan every day over the course of the week, and that video will be the one that comes up after this. So make sure you are subscribed if you're interested. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. I would greatly appreciate that, and I will see you all next time. Actually, let me say that sentence again. I don't know why I feel the need to keep checking the freaking phone. Okay. So there's 4,